Class of 2020, your time has come. Congratulations to each and every one of you. You have worked hard during your time at Joseph C. Briscoe Academy, and how you will receive your diploma. This achievement signifies your move into the real world of college and careers. While you are unable to celebrate this time in the traditional manner, nothing should diminish the pride you should feel for your accomplishments. As a country and our world, we are facing unprecedented time as you move on to the next chapter of your life. You will have to navigate uncharted waters. My hope is that we have prepared you for this challenge. I would like to read a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The function of education is to teach what to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. We may have all come on different ships, but we're on the same boat now. In closing, please know that you will always be a member of Joseph C. Briscoe Academy. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2020.
Good afternoon, graduates, parents, and school community. I am Mrs. Koval, a senior advisor at Joseph C. Briscoe Academy. We are so proud of you. As you step out and experience your future endeavors, may you never forget all that the school has taught you. We are so impressed with your perseverance during this pandemic. Through all the online learning and canceled events, you all stuck in there to the very end. We know your future is bright. You are moving on to a new and exciting chapter in your life. I wish you all the best for the future that lies ahead. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Good afternoon, JCBA, class of 2020, graduates, family, and friends. I'm Miss Rita, one of the class advisors. I first want to thank our graduates for pushing through and achieving this great accomplishment. It's been my pleasure working with each and every one of you throughout the years at JCBA. As you embark on the next journey in life, I want each and every one of you to keep pushing and don't allow anyone to tell you you can't achieve greatness. I'm very proud of each and every one of you. I want you to go out and do wonderful things, reach for the stars, and don't allow anyone to tell you that you can't. I can't wait to see all the greatness that's in store for each and every one of you. Congratulations, and I am so proud of you. Class of 2020.
Anthony Pena is a native of Massachusetts and graduated as valedictorian from High School of Commerce. With an excess of over $200,000 in scholarship awards, he attended and graduated from Georgetown University with a Bachelor of Science in the School of Foreign Service. He worked as a campaign volunteer for President Obama's campaign in 2008. He has been a teacher, mentor, and an administrator. He received a master's degree in urban education from Johns Hopkins University in 2012. In addition to his work with the school system, he began a nonprofit organization called Brothers in Action, Inc., which mentors young Black and Latino males in Baltimore. Anthony has been involved in addressing many community issues, including the Baltimore uprising that took place in 2015. He works with community leaders and youth to resolve conflict and bring peace. Anthony's focus is always about leaving the world in a better place than he found it. In 2012, Anthony received the Young Alum Award from Georgetown University's Black Student Alliance. In 2017, he received an award for outstanding service at the Emmys Awards in Maryland. He also was recognized by the Maryland General Assembly for his work in the community. In 2018, he was nominated for Baltimore's Peacemaker of the Year Award. In 2019, Anthony received the Outstanding Leadership Award from Elite Security Services, LLC, from University of Maryland Medical Center. In 2020, Anthony received the Blueprint Award, the highest award in Baltimore City Public Schools, from the CEO and Chief of Schools for outstanding teamwork and leadership. Anthony also was on the task force that supported research and public hearings on the shortage of Black male teachers in Baltimore City. Currently, he serves as manager of school operations support at Baltimore City headquarters and is a doctoral student at the Johns Hopkins University. It is my pleasure to introduce Anthony Pena.
Greeting Joseph C. Briscoe family, distinguished colleagues, dignitaries, and most important, the class of 2020. This is the day we honor and celebrate you. As members of the class of 2020, you have overcome so many obstacles, from 9/11, the wars, a global pandemic called coronavirus, and both the 2015 uprising in Baltimore City, and currently the nationwide calls for justice and equality. I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to pause and reflect on the pain, suffering, frustration, sadness, and anger during this time. As a Black man and educator, I struggle to watch the killings of Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd, who unfortunately join a list of our brothers and sisters who have lost their lives to racism and systemic oppression. Although we lost our brothers and sisters, we did not lose our abilities to be a collective voice for them and their families. This is a hard time for all of us. And as you begin a chapter in your life as high school graduates, I want you to take away 3 major lessons. First, you are special, and each of you had a gift that the world needs. I urge you to find your purpose, because once you do that, you will light the flame known as your passion. So whether you want to be a chef, a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, computer engineer, or police officer, just do it. Do not let people or events stop you from what you have been called to do in this world. You are the author of your own story. Second, love and treat everyone with respect, whether it's your family, friends, teachers, neighbors, or a stranger. A smile or kind word costs you nothing. Your smile or kind word could change someone's life. They told Michael Jordan he wasn't good enough to be a basketball player. They told Oprah Winfrey she was not good enough for radio and was fired, right here in Baltimore. They told President Obama he had too much hope. However, each one of them had a friend, a coach, family member, or church leader who told them dare to be great and not to give up. Pharrell Williams, a famous producer and singer, says it best. I personally believe that positivity is something that we should bottle up, because the world as we know it and as we see it needs it. So the next moment you're driving, or you're taking the bus, or going out to college, or in the store, just smile. Smiles can transform a life. Be bold. Third, serve your community. Success without helping others does not mean much. Chance the Rapper said, I realize that all of us have a responsibility to be greater than the people who came before us. We have a responsibility to be not as good as them or live up to the example, but to actually surpass them, even when it seems scary. We have to overcome that fear and be greater than our role models. The world is changing, Briscoe, and also needs more changing. Racism, poverty, mental health, and a pandemic are the issues of today. What will you do to make a difference? You might ask, why should I do something? You were born into this world. The world owed us nothing. We received food, shelter, education, clothes, and other material items. We have a responsibility to give back so others can benefit and give back one day. Can you imagine if Rosa Parks, Dr. King, Malcolm X, or Harriet Tubman asked us, why should I care? Why should I help others? We will have not seen the change we saw today. Be bold, be strong, be the change you want to see. Thank you. Once again, congrats on all that you have accomplished and will continue to do after today. Congrats, class of 2020.
Class valedictorian, Geneva Bellamy Jennings. Class salutatorian, Aubrey Sims. Sean Muhammad.
In recognition of the records and achievements of the students of this class, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me as the principal of Joseph C. Briscoe Academy, I certify that these students have met the graduation requirements of both the Baltimore City Public School and the Maryland State Department of Education. I take pleasure in recommending to you the graduating class of 2020.
Congratulations to the family of Joseph C. Briscoe. In the midst of a pandemic, in the midst of racial tension, you have pursued your goals. And I would like to leave you with this quote. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you know. Now, the part that you've been waiting for. Acknowledging the certification and the recommendations by the principal, Kamala Khans, and by the authority vested in me as Instructional Leadership Executive Director, I take pleasure in presenting to you the graduating class of 2020 for the conferring of diplomas. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of presenting to you Jeremy Grant Skinner, our Chief Human Capital Officer.
Joseph C. Briscoe Academy community, in recognition of the certification of these graduates, the recommendation of the principal, and the acknowledgement of the Instructional Leadership Executive Director, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as Chief Human Capital Officer of the Baltimore City Public Schools, I take pleasure in accepting the graduating class of 2020 for the conferring of high school diplomas and certificates of completion.